Today we are looking at the Kubuntu 23.10 Mantic monitor. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So I'm running it on a virtualization which is a VMware with 60 GB of hard disk, 4 GB of RAM, and my CPU is 12 Gen i5 1240p. So here is the Kubuntu 23.10 welcome screen. Either choose the live boot or directly install the Kubuntu on your hard disk. So there are two options. Always it was always in the previous version also. So it's always my opinion to go with the live boot first, then if you're satisfied without any bugs or crashes anything like that, then go with the installation. Again, this is a stable release or a stable ISO file, so even it's a stable ISO file, it's a good option to first go with the live boot. So I'm going with the live boot first, and then if you're satisfied, go with the installation. So here is the desktop layout of a Kubuntu 23.10. So let's first open the system monitor so that we can see how much of resources it consumes in the beginning. And we're going to put the system monitor at the right side corner so you can go see all these changes throughout the video. So right now it's 1.1 GB of RAM. I choose like a 4 GB of RAM for my virtualization, as you can see. So the CPU is almost like a 70 to 60%. It's not stable, so can't judge the correct number. So let's first change the display settings by going to settings. It's a bit of a delay, not like the Ubuntu 23.10. It was instantly opening everything, so no problem. So let's change the display resolution. Mine is 1920 into 1080 with a 16:9 ratio. You can scale the global scale as up to like a 300%. Click on apply. Keep it. So I'm going to show you the about the system. So here it is, Kubuntu 23.10. This is a stable ISO file and the stable release. KDE Plasma version is 5.27.8 and KDE Frameworks version is 5.110.0. Qt version is 5.15.10 and the kernel is 6.5.0-9. This is the same kernel which is available in every Ubuntu flavor. So you should be seeing all the 6.5 in every Ubuntu flavors. So let's first put the system monitor at the right side corner. Before that, let's see all the applications opened. So there is nothing open, just a few applications. And the history, as you can see, the graph is almost a bit of stable, not exactly, but we see a high peak in the beginning and in the middle. So there is no stable graph in the CPU. Let's go to the process. So these are all the processes running right now. In the beginning of the video, I didn't open any of the applications or run any applications. And let's put it to the overview. So right now it's almost like a 1.3 GB. So let's go to their official website by opening the internet browser, which is Firefox, the default browser, and the version should be like a 118 because the Ubuntu and Ubuntu Cinnamon in the yesterday's video has the same version. So I should be expecting the version 118.0.1. So let's wait. So here it is, the Firefox web browser. Let's check the version. Let's go to about Firefox. As you can see, it's 118.0.1 64-bit. Before that, going to the official website, let me type in something like about support about support, and you should be seeing some of the information. So here are some of the information. Let me scroll it down. If you want to see this, you can just change the YouTube playback speed to 0.25, and you should be seeing all the important things in a slow-mo, or you can just pause the video and read everything if you want. So these are all the information, some of the important information. So let's go to their official website now. Which should be kubuntu.com. Sorry, I need to go to the search engine because I'm using a VPN which doesn't allow me to open the google.com because it triggers the Google reCAPTCHA. So that's the reason I'm choosing the startpage.com. So you should be good with the Google or DuckDuckGo, whatever your search engine is. So let's type in Kubuntu as the search engine in the search engine. So this is the search term you need to type in the search engine. So the official website is kubuntu.org. So this is the official website, and let's go to the news and see. Let's go to the download section. Here is the Kubuntu 23.10 64-bit download. The ISO file should be around like a 3.7 GB, as you can see here. And these are all the release notes of the Kubuntu 23.10. What are the new features? So you should be getting a KDE Plasma 5.27. So already mentioned and showed it. So right now the version is 5.27.8, and KDE Apps updates including KDE Gear 23.04 and other updated apps. And the web browser and Office suite. Web browser is 118.0.1. Snap is the default browser, and the LibreOffice version is 7.6.2.1, which is same in every Ubuntu flavors. If you want, you can check my other Ubuntu flavor videos of 23.10, which are already in my channel. So these are all the changes. If you want, you can just go through all these things by pausing the video or directly going to their official website. So let's close this thing and open the terminal, which is console. Let's type in few commands to get some of the distro information. Before that, let's check the console version. Here is the console version. So let's type in inxi, hit enter. We need to install the inxi first. So let's copy the command, let's paste it and click on enter. Unable to locate, you need to update the packages. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to search some kernel version. Uname R. So the kernel is a 6.5.0.1. So let's see NeoFetch is pre-installed or not. Let's try to paste it. Nope. Let's exit the terminal and check other features. So let's open some bunch of apps and see whether it crashes or not. Let's open Discover. So you don't get much of the applications in the Kubuntu because KDE Plasma doesn't have some of bloatware apps like other Ubuntu flavors. So you should be getting a simple some of the KDE Plasma apps. That's it. You don't get any GIMP or any Inkscape, all that type of apps. You just get a basic apps. So let's open like a 10 to 12 apps and see the system monitor whether it crashes or we get any lag or anything like that. we don't need to open any games. So let's open Ockler. Let's even open the internet Thunderbird. I think Thunderbird is like a Supernova 115.0.3, I guess, the version. Let's open music player, which is Elsa. Internet, we don't need to open the Firefox web browser, so let's open conversation. Multimedia, we already opened LibreOffice draw, so no need to open other apps. I think that's it. We don't get any apps, so that's the reason we just open like a 7 to 6 apps, I guess. Let's open calculator also. Let's get to the system monitor. As you can see, it's almost like a 2.5 GB of a 3.8 GB, and the CPU is as you can see, there is no stable numbers here. It's going up to 40% sometimes, and it's back to 5%. So it's clearly up to you to judge it whether to use this Linux distro or not. So as you can see, there is no stable graph. This is because the we opened a lot of apps at once, so that's the reason there is a high peak, and we need to wait for at least 1 minute so we can get the graph of proper CPU. So these are all the processes running right now, and the RAM is almost 2.5 GB. So we don't see any crash in the apps or anything like that, but there is a bit of delay in the response. As you can see, there is like a 2 to 3 seconds of delay. As you can see, even the date and time taking a bit of time there. So let's check the version and end the video, because there is nothing more in the applications. So here is the version, which is 115.3.1 Thunderbird. Let's close this thing. About calculator 23.08.1. Conversation. About Elisa. Music player. Let's check the version of a conversation. So here is the version. Let's close this thing. Ockler 23.08.1. So all the KDE Plasma applications version will be same as the 23.08.1. So there is nothing changed there. So let's check the LibreOffice. They mentioned in the release notes that is 7.6.2.1. So here is the version which is same. So those are all the changes in the Kubuntu. They didn't give much of anything in the release notes, so just gave the LibreOffice version, Firefox version, and the kernel version. So that was the Kubuntu 23.10. So already made the beta version and the daily builds in the previous in my previous videos. So I don't think there is much in the this Linux distro, because we don't even get a lot of pre-installed apps. So these are all the pre-installed apps which you get in the KDE Plasma of Kubuntu. So I think that's the end of the video. So about Dolphin, here is the version. So at the end of the video, the version is the RAM is almost like a 1.8 GB. In the beginning it was like a 1.5 1.6. Right now it's a 1.8 GB. So let's check whether there are some new wallpapers or not, and let's check some settings and end the video. So you don't get any new wallpapers in the Kubuntu 23.10 like the Lubuntu or the Ubuntu Cinnamon. They gave like a Mantic miniature wallpaper, but in the Kubuntu you don't get any wallpapers. You get the old wallpapers of KDE Plasma, as you can see, and the version is 3.0. So let's first open the installation. I'm going to show you the installation process. I don't want to install it on my virtualization because I want to make another video. So that's the reason I'm not going to install. I'm going to show you the process. That's it. So first you need to choose your language. There are a lot of languages available in the installation. So I'm choosing the English. Click on continue. You need to choose your keyboard right now. I'm choosing the English United States. So there are a lot of languages available in the keyboard layout. You can choose any language there. Click on continue. Normal installation, and install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware. So you can choose this, or you can just uncheck that. It's clearly up to you. Click on continue. It's going to take like a 30 to 40 seconds because you get the old installer in every Ubuntu flavor, but you get a new installer in the Ubuntu 23.10. So that's a good thing in the Ubuntu, but you don't get any new installer in other Ubuntu flavors. So you should stick with the old installer. So let's go to the settings instead of waiting for this. Usually it should take like a 30 seconds. So there is nothing changes in the settings too, because KDE Plasma settings you already know 5.27. So those are the same settings. So this is the option whether you need to install it directly on your hard disk or virtual disk. So these are the options. So if you want to use the entire disk, you can choose this option, which will delete the current operating system and install the Kubuntu 23.10 if you don't know that. So if you already know that, you just can skip the video. So this is the use entire disk and set up LVM, and this is the option is use entire disk and set up encrypted LVM. So you need to provide the password in the both the boxes, which should be same, and you can see the password here. So you need to choose the a hard disk. If you have a multiple hard disk, you need to properly choose the hard disk here. You can just go with the manual partitioning, which will give you the option of a dual booting operating systems. So you should be having like a dual operating systems or a dual boot like that. So that's the installation process. That's the after the choosing install now, it's going to give the timing zone, user information. User information is like you need to give the username and a computer name and the password, and it's going to install it in like 5 to 10 minutes. It depends on your PC and depends on the ISO file. If it's stable, it will be very quick, and if it's like a beta version or the development version, it should take a few seconds more there. So that's the installation process. Let's close the installer. So these are all the same things, so there is nothing change here. You don't get any new themes or anything in the Kubuntu. So these are already you can see this all the settings in the KDE Plasma 5.27. So there is nothing to show you here. So let's go to the power management. Nothing changing. Bluetooth, driver manager, KDE Connect, printers, Thunderbolt, removable disk. So that's all I guess. Firewall. So there is nothing changes here. So let's close the. So you can customize the updates. You already know which was already in the previous version. So no, nothing to show here. So I think that's the end of the video. So it's almost like a 2 GB of RAM. So if you have a low-end PC, it's a better option to try it in a live boot first, and if you're satisfied, go with the installation. So if you have a mid-end PC, you don't need to worry about that, because I'm using a 4 GB of RAM. It's running pretty much good. I didn't see any crashes or anything like that, but there was a bit of delay here and there, like a 2 to 3 seconds of delay. Other than that, that is nothing problem with the Kubuntu 23.10. So feel free to test it. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.